Wileyisms, but it's time to start preaching in here, Acho. Don't take a dare when you care. All right, you like that, Acho, a little bit? Don't let them choose on something you don't want to lose. One more, Acho. Don't be too cool for school and end up the fool. Yes, sir, yes, sir. If I'm Jerry Jones, I ain't letting nobody holler at my Anna Marie. And that's what you do. You commit and you give him what he wants because you know you're going to get it back in return.
I'm not terribly mad at your take, but I'm a little upset by it. The Cowboys, they should have let Dak hit the open market, and it's very simple as to why.
Why?
If you were going to pay Dak record-breaking money, then at least let him force your hand to pay him record-breaking money. See, Cowboys, y'all ended up in the worst-case scenario anyways, as it pertains to saving your money, which has to be one of Jerry Jones' secondary objectives. First objective, keep the players to help you win the game. But Cowboys, you waited too long to pay Dak Prescott, which is why you had to pay him so much. And then you didn't wait long enough to pay Dak Prescott because you didn't let him hit the open market. So your timing was literally as bad as it could be when it came to signing Dak Prescott, in regards to fiscal responsibility at least. So let Dak hit the open market. There are truly about 4 teams that would have been interested, at least interested in a manner to compete financially. You got the Denver Broncos, because they can't draft early enough, but are still a quarterback away in their minds. You got the Washington football team, again, can't draft early enough, but still a quarterback away in their minds. You got the New England Patriots, can't draft early enough, but probably still a quarterback away in their mind. And so there are only a handful of teams that could have even bid in this kind of manner for Dak Prescott. But even had they bid, Jerry Jones, you would have been in the same situation, paying Dak Prescott record-breaking money. The #1 rule in negotiations, do not bid against yourself, or otherwise stated, do not negotiate against yourself. That's exactly what Jerry Jones did, and he took the L while Dak Prescott got the W.
Acho, I understand what you want to do in theory, and if you want to save a couple coins, like that's great to put them out there and let them get on the market. But here's the reality of the situation. You have to evaluate Dak Prescott versus what is available. First, what's available on the free agent market? Were you excited to start it back and run it back with Andy Dalton? What about Jameis Winston? What about Ryan Fitzpatrick? Are any of those guys upgrade over Dak Prescott? I'll answer for you, no. And then when you think about the quarterback class that's coming in, are you in a position with the 10th overall pick to be in a spot where you can get one of those guys? Can you get Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, and Trey Lance? And even when you do that, are they upgrades over what you have in Dak Prescott today, this year? And so when you're Jerry Jones and you're assessing the landscape, you don't have an option. You have to ride this out with Dak Prescott because he gives you the best chance to win, and you're not guaranteed to get another player that is going to put your team closer to having more success than Dak Prescott would next year when it comes to being the starting quarterback of the Cowboys.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I chose, man, damn. I know you're a gambling man, but you're just a risk taker. You're not even a gambler. You don't even give yourself good odds. I don't know what game that is in Vegas, but damn, that's what Acho likes to play. Dude, you already had Dak Prescott for years on the cheap. Look at these, $1 million in 2016, 900,000, 630,000, good Lord, 2.1. Man, he ain't even making SFY money up there, and he playing for the Dallas damn Cowboys. You already had him on the cheap, and you weren't excited to go out there and take a risk in case you lose Dak Prescott. What are you going to do, side Tyrod Taylor? You were pumped on that? You want Joe Flacco, Ryan Fitzpatrick? Like, the names, Brissett, Alex Smith, like, come on, man. What are we taking a risk for? Or to get an unknown from the draft and hope he could be partly as good as Dak Prescott is, man. Your generation is just different, Acho. You can't be scared to show love. And I know y'all scared to show love because that's why I stopped going out like I used to go out. It wasn't because the music was whack. It wasn't because I didn't like vodka. It was because, damn, y'all ain't trying to have fun. Y'all ain't trying to show love. So when I go out with y'all, this is what I see. Sitting on some couch at your table, looking at y'all phones. And I'm like, damn, dog. When I used to go out, sweat towel, dance floor, hey, girl, what it do? And I'm hollering, I'm letting you know. So while I look in the eyes of what I love and I commit to it, I love you, Anna Marie, you looking at your phone out there just swiping and taking risks. unnecessary risk. Jerry made the right choice.
Nah. Can't do all that A-girl what it do. Ain't trying to catch a case, Marcellus. It's not a risk, a calculated cost. The Dallas Cowboys weren't going to take a risk. They were going to take a calculated cost. I brought this up before. Y'all remember that movie, Hall Pass? The fellas having beef with their wives. So their wives are like, you know what? Take a weekend, take a week. See what you can get. The end of the movie, they ended up reuniting and they valued each other even more because the men took that week and they said, you know what? There ain't nothing out there for me. Let me just go back home where I'm really loved. That's all that would have happened with Dak Prescott and these Cowboys. Man, I want record breaker. All right, Dak, go ahead. See what you can get. Oh, you want to go to the Bears and play where it's cold, an organization that historically hasn't really developed quality quarterback play. Oh, you want to go to Washington? The team that ain't got a name? Oh, you really want to play for Bill Belichick instead of being in Dallas? Is that what you want, Dak? He would have looked around, he would have searched all over and realized the one true team, the one true city, the one true place that can maximize his ultimate affection is the Dallas Cowboys. It wouldn't have been a risk, Bucky. It wouldn't have been a risk, Sel. It would have been a calculated cost. And worst case scenario, the Dallas Cowboys would have ended up exactly where they are right now, spending the same amount of money. The difference is both parties would have had a greater appreciation for one another.
Well, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys should have had a greater appreciation for Dak Prescott anyway. Marcellus outlined, he made $2 million on his rookie contract. He started for 4 years. They saved about $80+ million having a quarterback play on that deal that was a fourth rounder. So they needed to do right. Just their conscience wasn't sitting right on them to be able to take advantage of Dak Prescott for the years that they've been able to take advantage of him, having him at a low-cost deal. So this was a situation where Jerry Jones had an opportunity to see what life looked like without Dak Prescott. He didn't like it. He didn't like it when he saw Andy Dalton and Ben DiNucci and those other guys throwing the ball around. And this offense that was high power when Dak Prescott was at the controls didn't look anything like that without Dak Prescott. So rather than run the risk of losing Prescott, they ponied up a little more money. So, yeah, it cost them a little bit more, but now they know in their mind they have a top 5 quarterback. And when he comes back, this offense hits the ground running and gives them a chance to be competitive, not only as a playoff team, but maybe as a Super Bowl team.
Thank you, man. Acho, good Lord. Don't be dangling your love out there in them streets and just to see what happens so you can show me and prove your love, prove you care, prove that you appreciate this situation. Hell no. Jerry Jones was like, the offseason hit me fast. Hit me in week 5, damn it, when I had to see the red rifle and DiNucci Maine out there. And he was like, oh, I ain't going to ever lose me some Dak again. And next time you want to tell me the end of a movie I haven't seen, Hall Pass, just say spoiler alert. Say that. You ain't got to do your take all the way through. We get the point. Coming up, the Eagles just added another quarterback. We'll tell you if Joe Flacco in Philly will be good or bad for Jalen Hurts. That's next on Speak for Yourself.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any.
Is back with us. But Marcellus, you up first. So the Cowboys have let Dak hit the open market.
No, let the hit open market. Woo! Did you write this question? Your non-committing butt. Did you write this question? No, you commit to what you love, what you want. Should I let Anna Marie just go on a few dates to just see what's going on out there in them streets? Hell no. Should I let her go to the NBA All-Star and hang out without a ring just to see what they talking about? All them damn Dexter St. Jocks around there? No, sirree, Bob. What are you girl like you doing out here free and not committed? It ain't happening. So, nah, this is what you do in my generation. This is what you do when you're Jerry Jones. You commit exactly to what you want. And what you want is Dak Prescott. So, I got a couple of little lines.